Hello, everyone. Happy Monday for those of you who are joining me live. If you're joining me later, it's all good. Thank you for being here. My name is Karen Dubbs. This is flexiblewarrior.com, and we're doing a 30-minute core vinyasa today. As always, make sure you honor, protect, and listen to your body. Modify if you need to, skip something if that feels better for your body. But we're going to be really isolating a lot of core, the space between the ribs and the hips, adding a little bit of glutes in as well. And, remember that the core is important for all athletes. If you're a runner, if you play any sports, but it's really important for everyone that we really strengthen the center of our body, and it is the home of perseverance, like I often talk about. So this is a great thing to do to strengthen our perseverance and go with the flow with all of it. It's really important that we have that warrior strength and spirit, but we also have that flexibility, which is the whole flexible warrior mindset. So we're going to start with 3 deep breaths. You can go ahead and lie down on your back to begin. So knees can be bent, feet flat. You can rest your eyes closed actually if you want to, and rest your hands onto your stomach if that feels good. Eyes closed, soft jaw, face, neck, and shoulders. Take a really deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, really land on your mat right here, right now. So if you're practicing from home, there'll be lots of distractions. I want you to really block all that out and just really take care of yourself for the next little while. Do that again. Another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, dropping any tension. Relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows, soften your forehead. And let's do that one more time. So really deep breath in. And as you exhale, really land on your mat, be right here, right now. So go ahead and take your hands and put them behind your head. Interlace your fingers right along the base of the skull. I want you to go ahead and drop the knees out into a reclined butterfly position. So the bottoms of the feet are together to touch, but the knees are open wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose, down into your belly, and as you exhale, flatten the abdominal wall first. So think of contracting and flattening first, and then as you exhale, you can lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. So inhale as you lower down, exhale as you lift up. So we're just going to continue to flow with the breath. So what makes this different from your regular maybe CrossFit or other exercise routines is that you're being really mindful and you're moving extra slowly and you're connecting movement with breath. So we're not in a hurry and we're not worried about how many repetitions that we do. We're really mindfully moving, and notice how the inhale lowers you and the exhale lifts you. So just getting a slow start here. And remember, anytime that you need to take a rest, if your back is tweaking in any way or your neck and shoulders get tight, then just take a rest. It's all good. We are here to go with the flow. We're here to challenge ourselves, but also take care of ourselves. All right? Yes. All right. So let's just do a couple more like this. Again, don't worry how many you're doing. Focus on lifting to the very top of the movement. Exhaling as you lift, kind of shimmy yourself up, get a little bit higher. Let's just do one more. And then you're going to continue actually lifting and lowering, but you're going to draw your knees together to touch. And what I want you to do is squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Because as you squeeze your inner thighs, it attaches in and up through the pelvic floor into the abdominal wall. So you get a little bit of a deeper contraction. Now if your neck tends to get tight, which mine does actually, what I want you to try is taking the tip of your tongue and bringing it to the top of the roof of your mouth where the back of your teeth and the roof of your mouth meet. And that sends a message through your brain to your body to relax the neck and the jaw so you can really isolate and focus on the abs. Okay, so let's just a couple more of this, but don't forget to squeeze those knees together. So really squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Okay, getting warmer. Yes, me too already. Okay. So from here, you're going to continue to lift and lower the upper body, but I want you to go ahead and straighten out the legs and flex your feet, by the way. So you might not be able to see my feet right now, but I want you to really activate through the feet as if you're standing on those feet, even though they're touching just the air now, but really activate through the feet. This is a straight leg crunch, just a little bit of a different variation to get a different part of the abdominal wall. And what we're going to do is add a little variation from this. Get a little bit further to go before we get a little break here. So the next thing what we're going to do is start to alternate a knee into the opposite elbow or shoulder. So Pick your left knee up, left foot towards your chest, and bring your right knee to your right elbow to your left knee. And then inhale, straighten that left leg down. Exhale, take the left elbow to the right knee, across, okay? So you're inhaling as you lower, and you exhale, bring it over and across. And what I want you to think about doing, even though it's elbow to opposite knee, I want you to really think about shoulder, so your right shoulder coming towards your left hip bone, okay? You're moving slow here, right? You're not in a hurry. You're taking our time. Nice and slow and controlled. The inhale lowers you. The exhale lifts you and brings you up and across. Keep flexing and activating those feet, you guys. Hang in there. We've got a couple more of these to do. Hopefully getting a little bit warmer through the core already. How about one more on each side? So up and over and switch and up and over. Good job. Now you can hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And we're going to rock and roll up to a sitting position. And if you have blocks, you can certainly use them for this next one because it's a little bit challenging, especially if you don't have really long arms. So I happen to have long arms. It's a little bit easier for me, but it's hard for everybody, I think. So what you're going to do is take your hands, and you can use fists instead of wrists, okay? So it does put a lot of pressure on, but if it causes you pain through your wrists to extremely flex your hands, then you can try fists instead. And with your legs crossed, you're going to take a deep breath in. Of course, you're mindful of your posture and your breathing. Deep breath in, open heart, and you're going to push through your palms. You're going to lift your tailbone up from the floor. So you're rolling to the pinky toe side of the foot, and the knees are pulling up to the shoulders. So what I mean earlier, like if that's really hard for you because the arms are a little shorter, you can use blocks or books or something like that. It gets you a little bit higher up. It's a little bit easier. Okay, so try that. You feel lots of core. And then lower back down. I just want you to recross those legs. So recrossing the legs, you're going to inhale. Bring awareness to the posture, the heart is open, and then as you exhale, you push those palms, you round your spine and pull your knees up to your shoulders. So I'll turn to the side so you can see, and I won't use the blocks because you probably don't have blocks, so that's not really fair, right? So you're lifting, or you're trying to get your tailbone up, and you're really rounding your spine. Okay, release back down, let's do it again. So recross, the right foot's out in front, lift up and open first. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, try to bring the nose to the knees to the shoulders. If you can pick your right foot up, do that. Give that a try. And then release that down, and let's switch and do it again. So inhale first, open heart, long spine. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, get that tailbone up as high from the floor as you can, and then maybe lift the left foot up. I know, not easy. Release down. Let's do one more time on each side. So inhale, lean back and recross. And then tuck and round. Try to pull those shoulders to the hips. If you can pick your right foot up, maybe you can pick your left foot up. Pick both feet up if you can, and release it down. And let's switch one more time. So recross, inhale, open heart, long spine. Exhale, push through your palms, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Pick your left foot up if you can, pick your right foot up if you can, and release it down. Nice job, you guys. I know, not easy. You can lie back down into your back. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more here with some reclined position. So your hands can be underneath your sacrum if you like for this one, palms flat, and knees are bent with shins parallel to the floor. Once you see what we're doing, as always, point the nose straight up to the sky so the back of the neck is neutral and safe. You're going to tap your right toe down to the floor, and then exhale, lift that up, and tap the left toe down. So this is the easiest version of this toe tap. Okay, so see how that feels for you. What I want you to do is not move from the knee and not move from the low back. So everything's just coming from the hip, all right, and the hip flexor. Okay, if you feel good with that, you can do both legs together, then do that with bent knees. And then if that feels okay and you're having no problems, I'm actually going to spin around because I'm probably going to kick the banister on the deck here, but you can do straight legs. So all the way down and all the way up. And you know that we don't want to use momentum. So whichever variation that you're using here, be really mindful and slow, protect your back, and just do a couple more. So the inhale lowers the legs down to the floor or the deck or wherever you are, and the exhale lifts you back up. Controlled movement. There's some things we can control, right? And there's some things we can't control. There's a lot going on in the world that we can't control. And it's really important that we go with the flow with so many of it. of it, so much of it. But for right now, do the best you can to really control this movement. So you're really getting lots of strength through the center of the body. Again, bent knees is great. Do whatever works for you. Do 1 or 2 more. Did I already say that? This is your last one, you guys. And release and hug your knees to your chest. Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna stretch that out a little bit. So you can go ahead and come up and just flip onto your stomach and come into a cobra pose, which should feel really good at this point. So come into your cobra. Make sure, as always, the shoulders are not up here. They're down from the ears. The elbows are hugging into the rib cage, and you're reaching through their toes as well. So get a little rotation through your spine. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Oh, that feels so good. Look over the left shoulder. Hello, Bruno. And then go ahead and come back to center. Bruno, my foster dog over here, is a great example of how we have no control. We've got to go with the flow. And, you know, we don't know what's coming next always, right? And it's all going to be okay somehow. Go ahead and sit back to child's pose. Take a little rest there and come into downward facing dog from there. We're going to do a little core vinyasa. So that just means a little half sun salutation with a couple nice deep breaths in downward dog to begin. Make sure you bring awareness to your hands and spread those fingertips really ground through the knuckles, the index fingers, the palms. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. And then you can walk your toes together to touch and lift your right leg straight up. Take a very deep breath in. And then go ahead and exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, and hollow your belly, pulling your right knee as close to your rib cage as you can, pulling it to your nose. And we're gonna do that 2 more times. So right leg high to the sky, really reaching through those toes. And then exhale, round the spine, hollow the belly, bring the nose towards the knee. And let's do that 1 more time. So inhale, right leg to the sky. And exhale, round your spine, hollow the belly, draw forward. The more that you draw that right thigh to the rib cage, by the way, the more core you're gonna feel. Now look right between your hands and hold it. And then with as much control as possible, step that right foot up through the hands. We're gonna inhale, come into a high lunge, get a nice stretch. Reach up and back, because we want to be not only flexible, but we want to be strong too, a nice balance of both. Bring your hands on either side of your right foot. Now here's what I really want you guys to do. When you step your right foot back to plank, I want you to try not to drag it. Okay, this is not easy, but instead of dragging it back, pick it straight up and step it to plank. Okay, lots of core involved there. You're in plank pose. We're going to do a half push-up or chaturanga. Inhale to a cobra or upward facing dog. Protect your back. Inhale, and then exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. And breathe. Let's get that on the other side. So left leg's gonna lift up. We're gonna inhale. We're gonna round the spine, shift the shoulders out over the elbows and the wrists, tuck the knee towards the nose. And do that 2 more times. So inhale, left toes to the sky. Exhale, shift your weight forward, round your spine. Tuck your nose towards your knee and hold. Remember, the more you get that left thigh up to the ribs, the more you'll feel it. 1 more time, left toes to the sky. Exhale, core plank. Shift your weight forward, round your spine, nose to knee. Now look right between your hands and get that left foot between your hands so that the knee and ankle are right in line with each other. Inhale, high lunge, get a good breath in as you reach up and back, get that stretch through the front line of the body. And hands on either side of your left foot. Now remember, when you step that left foot back to your plank, you want to pick it up instead of dragging it. Do the best you can with it. No judgment, but pick it up, step it back. And then here's your vinyasa by bending your elbows, lowering down. Inhale to your cobra or upward facing. And once again, you can look over your shoulder, get a little rotation and twist. Other shoulder. That feels so good. And then use your core to lift your hips up to the sky. Back into downward facing dog. Excellent job. Go ahead and release your knees down. So the next thing that we're gonna do is boat pose. And then we're gonna do low boat into high boat. So you know boat pose, you catch your balance right behind your sitting bones. For some of you that are newer to this, you can just hold right here. Have your hands underneath your thighs. If you wanna let go, you certainly can, right? Shins can be parallel to the ground, or you can straighten your legs all the way up to the sky with your hands underneath your thighs, or you let go from there. So lots of options. All right, if your legs are straight, you're probably gonna need to bend them to come down to low boat. So that just means your low back's on the ground, but your rib cage is up. You're gonna inhale, And then you're gonna rock and roll, catch your balance. Again, hands can come under the thighs if you like to, if you straighten, or let go. And let's do that a few more times. So again, lots of control, but no judgment, no expectations, letting go, going with the flow, practicing that kindness and patience in your mind and your body. Let's do 2 more. Inhale down, exhale, pull it up. Lots of core strength as you reach. Maybe you let go, maybe you don't. One more time, you guys, lower down. Yeah. And then bring it back up. And high heart and open spine and reach. Awesome. You can either step or hop through to a plank. So step or hop through. Optional vinyasa. You know you can always take the vinyasas out if you'd rather not do them. And we will land together in downward facing dog with a nice deep breath. Perfect. So from here we're going to do a variation of spinal balance. So I want you to bring your knees down to your mat and have your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Okay? From there you're going to take your right leg straight out and your left arm straight forward. This is your easy spinal balance. Just be aware that it's really normal to hike your right hip up. So I want your hips level and your right heel flexing back. Left arm is reaching forward, thumb to the sky. Then from here, your left arm's gonna go out to the left. Your right knee's gonna pull out to the right. And you're gonna pull that knee up as high to hip height as you can. You're gonna inhale, reach it forward and back again. And then you're gonna exhale, tucking your right knee towards your left elbow. So tucking round your spine as much as possible. So inhale, let's do it again. Oh, nice downward dog, Leo. Beautiful demonstration there. Take it out to the side. Oh, hello, buddy. Inhale, reach it forward and back. And exhale, tuck it around. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, take it to the side. And by the way, I forgot to say that if you straighten out your leg, it's even harder. Inhale, reach forward and back. And then exhale, tuck and round. Nice job, you guys. You're gonna step that right foot up and through your hands. We're gonna come into a high lunge again, just like we did earlier. We're gonna take a very deep breath. Open the heart, gather good positive energy. Like I always say, this positive energy is just as contagious as anything else. So that's why we're really working on positivity and calmness. That's contagious too. We're gonna come into a warrior 3 here. So you're gonna push off of your left foot and find your balance. So this is a great core strengthener. If your back is feeling a little tweaky, you can keep your arms straight out like airplane wings. Otherwise, warrior 3 with your arms right by your ears and your thumbs reaching out to the sky. Now really flex that back heel and turn your toes towards the ground, just like you did in spinal balance. Make sure the belly's pulling in and up and the eyes are focused. Take one more breath, and then you're gonna go ahead and release back down. Now remember what we practiced earlier with not dragging the right foot, okay? This is gonna be important as you step it back into a side plank. So you're gonna push with your left hand and then step that right foot over the left foot so you're in a side plank. For some of you, you might want to modify by bringing that right foot out in front, a little bit easier. You can also take a side tree, just like this. So that's fun too. Take whatever version that feels good for you. If you want to look up to your right thumb, you can do that as well. Lift your right hip bone a little higher to the sky if you can. Take one more breath, and then return so that you're level to the mat. You can always release your knees here to a modified plank if you like. You can take a vinyasa if you like, mindfully moving from one pose to the other without hurrying. We will meet in downward dog and breathe in and out through the nose. Land in your downward dog. Send that message of calm, peace, and positivity into the whole body. Let's get that spinal balance on the other side. So go ahead and release the knees down. Knees are right under hips, hands are under shoulders. Your left leg's gonna go straight back. You're gonna kick through the left heel. Toes are pointed down so the hips are level, right? Belly's in and up. Right arm's right by the right ear with the thumb towards the sky. Then from there, you're gonna bring your right arm out to the side and your left knee out to the left. Keep that left knee as high as you can. Lots of core here. Inhale, reach forward and back. And exhale, tuck your elbow to touch your knee, rounding your spine to the sky like cat pose. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, take it out to the side, hold. Good job. You can do that straight leg if you want to. So the left leg could be straight, which is harder. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, tuck and round. And you've got one more to do. So inhale, forward and back, flex those left toes, heel. Exhale, out to the side, straight leg or bent knee. Good job. Inhale, reach forward and back. And then exhale, tuck and round. The right hand can come down, the left foot steps through the hands. You curl the right toes under, hips low. Rise up, gathering that good, positive, calm energy. And then we're coming into warrior three on this side. So you're gonna push off that right foot. Some of you may need to take a half step forward. Otherwise, you just push off that foot and you launch yourself into your warrior three. So I have a banister right here. I could always have that help me with my balance. But if you don't need it, don't use it. And if you want the arms straight forward, that's gonna be harder. Flex that back heel, belly in and up, eyes focused. Take nice deep breaths, lots of core strength, working on balance here. And then softly place your hands down and step back with that right foot. Drop your hips low. Now this is when we're getting into that side plank. I will be turning my back to you, sorry in advance. Try to pick your left foot straight up and stack your left ankle over your right ankle, turning into your right hand. Your left hand can be up to the sky. Remember, your left foot can be out in front of your right foot on the floor or the ground in front of you. That makes it easier. Or you can come into that side plank, side tree variation. That's great too. One more breath wherever you are. Really lift that left hip. And then square your hips and shoulders to the mat. Again, you can modify your plank here by bending your knees, right? Otherwise, with straight legs, optional vinyasa. Take it or leave it. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. How are you guys doing? Exhale, push back, downward facing. Send that message of calm, peace, and positivity in and out with your breathing. Lots of perseverance with this core stuff. All right, so moving on, we're gonna come into a prayer squat and practice a crow or a baby crow. So I want you to drop your tailbone down between your knees. And this is such a great stretch, by the way, awesome stretch, right? Palms together to touch, and as I always say with a lot of this stuff, just stay right here. Perfect, fine, just work on this stretch. And if you want to move a little bit deeper into a pose, you can come with me to crow or baby crow. Again, if this is new for you, just practice patience. The more that you slow down and really mindfully move into this pose, the more success that you'll have with it. So if you're in a hurry, you might fall, and that's okay too, right? But just practice patience with it. So your hands become your feet, right? You're gonna spread those fingertips out wide. The elbows, those triceps are gonna be a shelf for your knees to rest on. I like to start with my toes out and my heels in, so that's where my preference is, but you do you, I do me. Hands are shoulder distance, you shift your weight forward. The eyes are focused forward, you guys. Forward with the eyes. You can pick one foot up, right? And that's your baby crow. I'll turn to the side too. If you pick both feet up, just if you're used to practicing, just go ahead and get into it. One foot up at a time, or you can do both feet, right? Where your toes are up together. The more that you lift your heels up to your tailbone, the more core you'll feel. Once you've done that for a few breaths and you feel happy with yourself, the effort that you put in, go ahead and rest in child's pose. So be proud of yourself for trying, even if it was just a baby crow or whatever your prayer squat. Wherever you are today, the journey of 1,000 miles, as they say, begins with a single step, right? Let's go ahead and come all the way up and do a little back bend to stretch it out. So hands at the sacrum, because it is so important that we be flexible and not just strong, but a balance of both. So open up the whole front line of the body. It should feel good. Press the hands into the sacrum. Take a deep breath. And then go ahead and come down to your hands and knees. And we're gonna just move from cat to cow. So slowing down a little bit here, you're gonna inhale, lift the tailbone, open the heart, and then exhale, tuck the tailbone, hollow the belly. And if you wanna do your core cat pose, you curl your toes and hover your kneecaps a little bit from the mat. So let's do that a few more times. So knees come down, point the toes, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, draw the chin away from the chest, opening up the throat. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, chin to chest. You can curl those knees and hover, curl the toes, sorry, lift the knees an inch or two above the mat. Lots of core. And then one more time. Point the toes, lift the heart, take a very deep breath. And exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, hollow the belly, and then option to hover those knees if you like. And then go ahead and release it down. Beautiful job. Go ahead and lie down on your back. So we're going to finish off with just another one, one more exercise. So knees to chest. Give yourself a big hug for what you've already done and for carving out this time and putting as much effort into the finish here as you did the start. So you showed up, you might as well finish. You can take your hands and have them by your side and lift your legs up to the sky. So for some of you with tight hammies, you might feel a hamstring stretch here too. You can certainly keep a bend in your knees, that's all good. Reach through your toes if you can and straighten the legs as much as possible. Take your hands behind your head and lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. So from here, you're going to grab on underneath your right calf, lower your left leg down to the floor. This is such a great hamstring stretch, bringing the nose to the knee. Now let go from your calf and just keep the shoulders as high up from the ground as you can by lifting and using your core. Got it? Hands underneath that calf, pull up, up, up like I'm right in front of you. Put lots of effort in and then release it down. And just turn your head from right to left. Just relax any tension from your neck. And let's try the other side. So the legs are going to go straight up first. Hands behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, lift yourself up. And then grab onto your left calf. Lower your right leg down. Now pull that nose to the knee as much as you can so you get that hamstring stretch, which I think feels amazing. Then use your ab strength as much as you can to let go, but those shoulders are up as high as they already were. Take a very deep breath, get up, up, up there, and then hold on a little higher and lower down. One more exercise, you guys, and we're gonna finish off with a little stretch. So both legs straight up just as they were, hands behind your head, take a deep breath. The right leg's gonna stay up, the left leg's gonna hover an inch or so above the ground. Now you can relax the left leg all the way down to the ground if you need to, but hovering is harder. Okay, and then lift up 5 times. So 5, flex your feet, 4, as if you're standing on the sky with your right foot and balancing on your left foot. Last 2, come on, get those shoulders up there. Last 1, relax that down. So left leg's gonna relax completely. Hug your right knee into your chest. Awesome job. We're gonna get a little twist. Don't worry, we're gonna get the other side in a second, but just strengthen the right leg across the midline of the body. Stretch your right arm out straight. Your left hand can be on top of your right knee, by the way. Just wring out the spine. That should feel so good. Take a very deep breath. And exhale, drop any tension, soften and let it go. Bring it all the way back to center. Let's do our last one. Both knees into chest, legs up to the sky. Deep breath in, hands behind your head. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up from the ground. Keep your left foot flexed to the sky and your right foot hovering, flexing those right toes. Lift it up for 5. The best ones you can. 4. We're almost done. 3. You're doing great. Last 2. And this is your last one. And lower down. Now hug that left knee into your chest. You can relax your right leg on the ground. Pull that left thigh as close to your ribcage as you can. And then right hand goes across the left knee, across the midline of the body. Stretch the left arm out straight. A little pressure from your right hand into your left knee. Get that good twist. Oh, it feels so good. Take a really deep breath. Get that fresh air. Oxygenate the blood, energize the mind and body. And then go ahead and bring it all the way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and come all the way up to sitting. Maybe catch your balance in a boat just for fun. I know my idea of fun is not maybe normal, but I think you get it. I think you totally get it. Come to crossed legs. You did an amazing job. We're just going to finish off with 3 breaths. Again, finish the full circle as we started. Ground and reset your intentions for positivity to share for the rest of your day. So thumb and index finger together to touch, eyes closed, spine aligned, heart open, grounding through your sitting bones. Deep breath in and exhale. What do you want to breathe in? What do you want to draw to yourself? Breathe in positivity. Let go of anxiety and tension. One more time, breathe in something positive, calm, positive energy and strength. And exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve your highest potential. Awesome job, you guys. Draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, reach out for the sky. Gather that positive energy to take with you for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. The light within me honors and acknowledges that same light that is within you. Stay strong, stay peaceful, and stay flexible, warriors. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I'm going to try to do these as frequently as I can. Ideally, these Monday noon classes kind of work for me. So thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing with me your positive energy, sharing the videos. That helps me as well, just build my community, and I appreciate that. And follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Twitter too. You can follow me there, all at Flexible Warrior. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Don't forget to drink your water and maybe get yourself a smoothie. Bye.